This video is being sponsored by Simon Teen. Hello everyone, my name is Lexi and today we are gonna do some book shopping. Everyone, I am so excited because the sun is shining, school is out, it's summer, and it's time to buy some books. I have been wanting to go book shopping for such a long time, and I thought today I would make a really fun day of it. I'm gonna go to 3 different bookstores. We're gonna buy a lot of books. There's gonna be a little bit of a mini haul at the end of this, and it's gonna be a good time. But before we get into the video and start to go book shopping, a huge thank you to today's sponsor, Simon Teen. Hi everyone, I am so incredibly excited because today's video is being sponsored by Simon Teen in promotion of their beloved middle grade series, Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. I have been so excited to start this series for such a long time. This is probably my #1 most recommended series to read from all of you guys. I have received so many comments and so many DMs from so many of my lovely friends and subscribers and fellow book reviewers saying that they think I am absolutely going to fall in love with this series, and for absolutely good reason. It sounds incredible. But you don't know what Keeper of the Lost Cities is about? Well, take a seat, my friend, and let me tell you all about it. Keeper of the Lost Cities is about Sophie Foster, who is a telepath. She can hear all of the thoughts of everyone around her, and it's a talent she's never known how to explain. But everything changes the day that she meets Fitz, a mysterious boy who appears out of nowhere and can also read minds. She discovers there's somewhere she does belong, and that staying with her family will put her in grave danger. In the blink of an eye, Sophie is forced to leave behind everything and start a new life in a place that is vastly different from anything she's ever known. This is an incredible middle grade series, perfect from anyone 8 all the way up to whatever age. I've heard that teenagers love this, I've heard that adults can really love this, and I've heard that this is very atmospheric and immersive and incredibly fast paced, and I am just so incredibly excited to pick this up. This series in total actually has about 9 books, so if you're a person who loves to really live in the world of a book series once you have really connected with it, this might be something that you're interested in picking up. And this is definitely a book series that I really intend to pick up this summer in particular. I just think it's gonna be a really fun world to really immerse myself in. And if you're interested in learning more about Keeper of the Lost Cities, I will have the link down below so that you can check them out. You can also check them out at keeperoftheLostCities.com to learn more about character info and bios and more about the world too, which I think is always really fun. If you are excited to pick these up, or if you love these books, please let me know down in the comments. I am very excited to hear more about it, and I just think it's gonna be really fun to read. And once again, a huge thank you to Simon Teen for sponsoring this video. And now, without further ado, let's go back to the book shopping. So, let me tell you a little bit about today's plans. It's bright and early. And by bright and early, it's 11 because I could not find anything to wear. But it's bright and early, and I think it'd be really fun if we started with the bookstore downtown because I've never actually been to this bookstore before. I don't even know what it's called. I have it on my phone. We're gonna try to find it. If we get lost and we can't find it, or if it's closed, we tried, you know? Also, I'm just pretending that I'm bringing you along with me so that I have like a friend on this journey. And then after that, we're gonna go to the 2 bookstores kind of where I live. So it's like on the opposite side of town. We're gonna go to Barnes & Noble, and then we're gonna go to McKay's. And I am just so excited. This is like my favorite time to go bookstore shopping. No, not bookstore shopping. We're not buying the bookstore. This is like my favorite time to go book shopping in bookstores because like you've got all summer. So you've got all this free time, all this time to like lay out in the sun. And it's like peak time for readers in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but like my ideal vacation is just a whole tote of like books to read and a beach somewhere. I don't think I will be traveling at all this summer, but I will be delving into lots and lots of books. So love that for me. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get straight into the bookstore shopping. Shopping in a bookstore. Okay, let's go. Okay, So we're in the car. I'm very excited, raring to go. However, it is hot as Hades, okay? It is so hot. I live in the South. It feels like a fishbowl. And listen, I just think this is the excuse I need to go to Starbucks. So we're gonna actually start at Starbucks. We're not gonna get coffee, but I'm thinking of either getting like a frozen lemonade or one of their refreshers because it's just too hot to not start with a Starbucks, you know? So that's what we're gonna do. Let's start with the Starbucks. Okay, now we can go shopping.
How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. 'Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of. How can you be so calm around me when I act desperately? You used to be the one getting crazy when I'd be hard to reach. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies.
Okay, that is my new favorite bookstore. I'm so glad I went. Also, look at this ice cream. They gave it to me in a cup because they were like, this will absolutely melt in this heat. And I was like, you're right. But I just got their basic vanilla. If you've never been to Chattanooga before, you need to go to Chompy's. It's like some of the best ice cream ever. That and Nana's. So I kind of want to eat this ice cream, but I also want to show you guys what I got. First of all, that was the coolest bookstore in the entire world. I loved it so very much. I talked to the manager there and she also loves middle grade and she gave like some of the best recommendations. I loved chatting with her so much. But super quick, these are all the books. I got 6 books from that bookstore. And 2 of them were these really cool blind date with a book books. I actually did this when I was a librarian for the public library for middle grade and YA, and it was such a big hit and I like could not pass up on the 2. So the 2 blind dates that I got were, this one is middle grade fantasy, and it says, if you're looking for a funny suspenseful adventure dealing with bullies, obsession with the paranormal, and an ancient book with spells, this is the book. And then the other one is middle grade mystery fantasy. If you're looking for a quirky story, natural, unaffected characters, everyday magic, quiet humor, and seamless invention. That sounded right up my alley. Also, the bookstore is called Winder Binder. It has so many cool things. Vinyl, used books, new books, so much incredible art. So if you're in the area, I highly recommend going there. And then I highly recommend ending with a bit of ice cream. So I'm gonna finish my ice cream and then we're gonna go to our next location, which I think is gonna be Barnes & Noble because I really want another frozen lemonade. So I'm gonna get that there. Okay. I've been wanting to read this for such a long time. So maybe this is like my sign to pick it up. The last time I was here, there was a book I really wanted. I remember it was like in the section, but oh, was it this one? I don't know, maybe it was this one. No, I think it was actually this one. This is like a dark academia book, I'm pretty sure. Okay. I just got this one. I haven't started it yet, but it does look really, really good. And I love the cover, it's so pretty. It also really matches this one really well. I don't know, the colors. I noticed that the other day and I don't know, just No one needs to know that, but still. Alex Michaelides is coming out with The Maidens really soon, and I really, really want to read it. I really want to read this one too, but I already have it. Okay, Fisher. Okay, I think we're kind of in the right area. Let's see here. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, I really, really want to get this book. I've heard it's really, really good. So, this one.
Up with the moves, don't wanna meditate, girl. With you it's hard. Fill in the blanks, text me back, throw me a kiss instead of them tricks. Don't make it hard. I wanna celebrate, you know. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. Only we know how it goes. We know how it goes, our togetherness, both mind and flesh. We know how it goes, way down low. I don't wanna push and pull, girl, come on, follow me once. Oh, I don't play rough. You got me around your little pinky, and nothing to ask, nothing. Damn, this crush is hard. I wanna celebrate, you know. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. Only we know how it goes. We know how it goes. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. We know how it goes. Way down low. You don't need to be scared.
Hello, I have just finished the very final bookstore of the journey. It has been such a fun day. I did find 2 titles there which were really, really good deals. McKay's is kind of like a hit or a miss because it's so big and so much fun to like peruse, but like you never know what's going to be new there and what they're not going to have. They had so many brand new books. Looks like someone got something for graduation or a birthday and then they went and immediately sold it to McKay's. But all of the brand new books were books that I have. They had Summer of Salt brand new, Sawkill Girls brand new. They had so many book of the months brand new that I guess people have gotten and then maybe they already had that book or maybe they changed their mind or something. And I was so sad because so many of the books I was like, I wish I could buy you, because literally this is like they're selling it for like a couple dollars and I was like, oh my gosh, and this is such a good book. But alas, I had them. But I did buy 2 books there and I think I got some really, really good deals. So I do have quite a few books now for my book haul. Now it's time to get some Mexican food. I really, really want some guacamole and I want a quesadilla, but like Napoleon Dynamite. That's where I'm at. We just finished. It was a great day and now it's time to chow down on some food. Okay. So I actually meant to order the kids quesadilla and a small guacamole. However, I got a big quesadilla and also it came with all of this stuff. And honestly, like it's a party now. So I'm definitely gonna do a book haul in just a second. However, first I'm gonna tell you how this guacamole is because it looks so good. I always get the guacamole al fresca because I really like it to taste almost more like a guacamole salad. So good. Okay. It's like the most perfect day in the entire world. I don't know how I'm gonna eat this quesadilla. It's really big. Hello. So all of the lemonade has been drunk. The food has not all been eaten. I think that's also gonna be like my lunch tomorrow because I could only eat like half of it. It was really big. So let's go ahead and do a mini book haul. First we have Barnes & Noble. I purchased 5 books from Barnes & Noble. The first book is by Amy Bender and it is The Butterfly Lampshade. Amy Bender actually like writes a lot of magical realism and surrealism in her novels. I've always wanted to read the particular Bipolar Sadness of Lemon Cake, but they didn't have it. This particular one is about a girl whose mother has like, I think, failing mental health, and she asks her sister to take care of her daughter. And then the daughter is convinced that one day she took a butterfly that was on fabric and brought it to life. And then I think she ate it. So that's all I know about this book. I don't know anything else. It is adult and it is like surrealism, magical realism. I think it's gonna be really cool. The next one sounds amazing. It's called The Betrayals. This is by the same author who wrote The Binding, which I haven't read, but I have, and it looks amazing. And I just like love the cover so much. I think it's so beautiful. It says that this is about an ancient and elite academy hidden in the high mountains where society's best and brightest are trained for excellence in a great, like, mysterious game. And the competition combines music, art, math, poetry, philosophy. It sounds like dark academia. I just have like good hopes and expectations for this, so we'll see. Next up, I got The Wives. I heard about this book from Zoe, but also I saw a TikTok, and the TikTok was so good. If I can remember, I will link it down below, but it was basically about this girl who was like, my husband has other wives, but we are not allowed to know each other, but I think he's like mistreating one of us or something. And she was like, that's the synopsis for The Wives. She sold me. That's one thing about TikTok, is like they get to the point on Book Talk, and like I almost always want to pick up all of the books that they talk about. So excited to read The Wives. Next, I picked up Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five. This was my favorite book that I had to read in college, and my copy was annotated. However, I lent it out to someone who never gave it back, and I'm bitter. So I really want to read this one, and I want to annotate the whole thing. I think it's gonna be really, really fun because I really, really liked this book. It's so good. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's about a person who basically is struggling from coming back from the war and is questioning life. Kurt Vonnegut has like a lot of really, really fun literary elements that he uses in this. There's like science fiction elements. There is a little bit of surrealism in this. There's time travel in this. It's hard to explain. It's brilliant. It's a mess. It's fantastic. Like, it's a 10 out of 10. And then finally we have Pieces by Helen Oyemi. And this particular one is about a couple who for their honeymoon go on a train, but the train ride seems to be like tailored just for them. But somehow the train ride is going back into their past or something like that. I don't know. It sounds cool. It kind of sounds like there might be some surrealism in this, and I really dig that. So I'm excited. Okay, next up, I went to McKay's. This is called The Arrival, and I have been wanting this for such a long time. It's a graphic novel, and it's about this stranger who goes to a totally different world and like needs to basically learn how to fit in. The quality of this is amazing, but also this seems like it's in perfect condition because like this is part of like the aesthetics of the book. It was only $7, which is crazy because it's usually $22. And then the other one that I got for $9 was I Crawl Through It, and this is by A.S. King. I borrowed this actually from the library, but I had to return it before I could finish it, and I really like A.S. King. There's only been one book from her that I didn't enjoy, but like I loved Dig so much, and I really like loved Still Life with a Tornado. I thought it was really, really great. I love surrealism. I love weird things in books. So I'm very excited to read this. I do remember that this was about a group of teenagers, and each one has something really weird with them. Like one girl is turned inside out. One boy is building an invisible helicopter. I don't know. I think it's just following all of their lives and how their plots like intermingle. And it was only $9. So I got 6 books from Winder Binder Books. Okay, so 2 of them are mysteries, and I will open those in a second. A lot of these are just recommendations. Like, the manager was so helpful, and honestly, if a person is gonna recommend me a book and like take the time to point it out and show it to me and everything, I'm probably gonna buy it, especially when they've read it and they're like passionate about it. I don't know. It makes the book more special, you know? So the first one is called Hobgoblin. I don't know if you can see this. It looks so incredibly funny. She told me that this is like hilarious. It's like fairy tale set in a land that smells bad. And I don't know why, but like the way she was describing it made it sound so funny. And I started to read it and I was like laughing out loud. So I had to get this. This is middle grade. Most of the books I got from her store were middle grade. Next, I got this one, which is called Fish in a Tree, which she actually read with her son and she really, really loved it. That's another thing that'll sell it for me, is if a middle grader has read the book and like loved the book, I'm probably gonna want to read it. And the only thing I know about this is that it's about a main character who is dyslexic, and I love the representation representation of that so much that as soon as she said, my son and I loved it, and the main character is dyslexic, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it and I'm gonna read it because it sounds great. The next book is A Mango-Shaped Space, and I'm really interested in this because this is about a character who has synesthesia, which is so cool. It's basically like a mixing of the senses, and I think that is so fascinating. So it says on the back, Mia appears to be a typical kid, but she knows she is far from ordinary. She's keeping a big secret. Sounds, numbers, and words have color for her. No one knows, and Mia wants to keep it that way. But when trouble at her school finally forces Mia to reveal her ability, she must learn to accept herself and embrace this gift called synesthesia, or lose everything important to her. I really am very excited for this one, you guys. The last book that I know of, aside from like the two, is this one, which is the Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls, and this is by Claire Legrand. And I have to be honest, like, it caught my eye because it was on display and the cover is so beautiful. So this is about a girl named Victoria who befriends a boy named Lawrence who ends up going missing. And she finds out that all of the missing children in her town are going to this very mysterious school where they either come out more perfect than before or they don't come out at all. So it's all about her like discovering what this school is and trying to help her friend. And honestly, it sounds so cool. It kind of sounds like dark academia for middle grade, actually. It says here, you'll learn your lesson or else. And then finally, we have the two blind date with the books. I'm really excited and kind of nervous to see what they are. So the first one says, middle grade fantasy, read me if you're looking for a funny, suspenseful adventure dealing with bullies, obsession with the paranormal, and an ancient book with spells. No, I don't know what this is. Oh my gosh, it's called The Afterlife Academy, and it looks really cool. Walter knows how to deal with bullies. He just has to beat them to the punch, but he doesn't see the biggest hit of his life coming when he is struck dead by a bolt of lightning. Before Walter even knows what's happened, he is sent to a categorizing office, fast-tracked through the Afterlife Academy, and assigned as a guardian agent to protect a high-level target. Oh my gosh, this sounds so cool. I am so glad I got that one. Okay, and then the next one says, this is a quirky story, natural, unaffected characters, everyday magic, quiet humor, seamless invention. To be honest, the reason I got this was quiet magic because that's like my favorite type, sort of like Summer of Salt. So let's see what it is. I'm kind of nervous. I am. Okay, this is another one I have never heard of. So this is Orwell's Luck by Richard Jennings. So this is what it looks like. It looks like it's got quite a few really, really good reviews. It has a starred review from Horror Journal, School Library Journal thought that it was really, really good, Publishers Weekly, Booklist gave it a starred review as well. Okay, so this is a good book, according to all the reviews. Let's see what it is about. So it has a pretty high rating on Goodreads. It's got a 3.95, and it says, when a wounded wild rabbit is found in the front yard, he is given a good home and a memorable name by a 12-year-old with a liking for baseball, the trombone, and the newspaper's daily horoscope. But Orwell is no ordinary rabbit. It soon seems that he is attempting to reward his young caretaker by mysteriously sending coded messages in the form of predictions. Can this little rabbit foretell the future? Can Orwell actually make luck happen? Here is a magical and heartwarming story about kindness, friendship, and hope in the shadow of fortune's ever-turning wheel. That sounds so cute. Oh, I'm excited. I love it. Well, there you guys have it. That was my book shopping day. I had so much fun buying all of these books and hanging out with you guys, eating ice cream and quesadillas and just like buying all of the books. It was really, really, really fun. Kind of like my perfect day. I'm so glad that you guys got to come along with me. But anyways, I think that's all for now. Let me know if you've read any of these books. I would love to know your thoughts on them. And yeah, until next time, book lovers, keep your head in the clouds and your heart in a book. And I will talk to you very soon. Bye!
Always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why. Always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you.